fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays. Thank God he made me this way.
What a beautiful evening I got going on here. Tomorrow morning is opening day archery season, and I walked over here in this field behind me and down to the trees, standing there listening, and all of a sudden I hear a bugle. I hear a few cows respond to it, and then a few minutes later I hear him bugle again. Probably heard him bugle 4 or 5 times. And I know where he is. He's just on the other side of this small meadow down here in the bottom. So I'm going to be crawling down in there tomorrow morning before light, setting up, see if I can get him to come in some cow calls. But it's pretty cool going in day before opener when the elk usually aren't talking, and hearing them bugle. So I'm pretty excited. It's a pretty cool thing, you know. Thank God for that. He definitely gave me something cool that day before opener, so appreciate that. But if I get anything tomorrow, I'll see you there. Well, here we are, opening day, archery season, Eastern Oregon. It's August 26th at 4:59. Still pretty dark out. I'm gonna hike in before light, but thought I'd let you guys know what's going on. Last night, hiked in, heard a bull bugle, sat there, heard a couple cow calls, and about 10 minutes later, I heard another bull, or the same bull, and I heard 3 or 4 bugles in there. So it's early, but you know, maybe I can get one to come in and I can put it down. Last year, on my birthday, August 27th, it was opening day last year, and I put a bear down, and then the next day we went out and I put a little buck down. So that was pretty cool. And hopefully this year, if I can get an elk, I'll be happy. That's all I was really after last year. Just had the opportunity to take a bear and a buck. So I'm hoping this year I get me a bull. Last year got real close, same spot, had a nice 6-point, and a tree got in the way. So this year, hopefully I can make it happen. Yeah. Bulls are talking, so maybe they'll let me know where they're at. I can get a little closer and talk them into coming over to me at the cow call. But we'll see what happens. Open the morning. Well, that was pretty disappointing. I bumped 3 bulls. I only saw one at first. And then chased after him a little bit. And he saw me, so he barked. Then walking around, 2 other bulls jump out of the bushes. I mean, I couldn't see them. I would have been standing there looking for them. But they jumped up and took off running. Stopped. I saw a 6-point at 60 yards. But he didn't stay there long. At least not long enough for me to draw my bow back. And then there was a 5x6 with him. I got him on trail cam. I think I got that 6-point on trail cam too. He's not a huge 6, but he's a nice one. Yeah, they took off I think the same direction as that smaller bull I got on video. But we'll be back this evening. Probably a little lower, different spot where I heard that boat bugling last night. And we'll see what happens. We can get one of them. And they're elusive elk. Alright. So, it may have only been a spike, but that's what did me in. Here's the other piece of it. Blew that branch right off. Seen my arrow fly up. After it went through that branch. I'll be back if I find it. Well, you guys saw that stick back there. And I was wondering why I couldn't find my arrow. And I just found out why. Because it's in that elk. And everybody's like, oh yeah, great. Except I don't even know how deep it went because it went through a freaking tree before it hit him. This ain't good. But that's elk hunting. So now I have a long night ahead of me. I mean, maybe there's a chance it got him somewhere decent. I don't know. But I mean, even if it did, that's not a lot of blood. And it went through a tree first. So, it really sucks. Well, ready to know what happens. Well, the moon is out. And it is the end of opening day. I let 2 arrows go. One, I had a tiny, tiny window. And, well, trees took the better of my arrow. I mean, I saw my arrow fly through the trees to the right in a 90-degree angle from where I was aiming. And then this evening, that was this morning, so then this evening, of course, I saw that spike. And me, I'm a meat eater. I saw meat. So I went after it. And I showed you the arrow that, or the branch that the arrow hit and snapped into. Well, couldn't find the arrow. And yeah, I followed the tracks from where I found the little dribbles of blood for a good 1.5 miles, and there was nothing there. No blood, no more blood at all, nothing. Weird. I saw where he stopped and took a poop. Saw where he peed, or you know, the cows in him peed 3 or 4 times. And they just kept going. So, sad to say, I think he got a bloody nose or something on a branch, or the arrow barely touched him, but enough that he didn't bleed anymore. So, it's sad, but there's nothing else I can do. Well, I got a good walk back, so see y'all later. Here we are, second day archery season, and y'all can't see it, but right, I guess still here, right down there's a bear, and He's black as night. It's pretty cool. It's funny because there's cows about, I don't know, 300 yards over to the left of him there. But up here on this hill, right over here, on the other side of that really, I was down the bottom, I could see him. There's a bull. I think it's that 3x2 or whatever I saw the other day. But that means that 6.5 point could be around him somewhere there. It's pretty fun. Saw a really nice buck last night. But, yeah, of course, it was after shooting light. He was sleeping all day, so I'm gonna see if I can get over here and get on this bull. Let you know how I do. Well, last day I had to hunt, last morning at least, I gotta head home. Brother's got a welcome home party. So, after I left you guys, I walked up the hill, saw a 5-point bull walking off with a cow. Just feeding along this hillside in front of me, and I walked over there, tried to get out in front of them, and as soon as I came out of the trees, there was a cow, or 2 cows, and a little 5x4 or something like that, a small bull, and they went walking off in front of me. So I tried keeping up with them. I'm walking behind them, but I can't walk very fast and be quiet, so they got in front of me, and I heard a bugle up the hill above me, pretty far off in the distance, and so I gave a small little bugle back, did a few cow calls, and look over, and about 100 yards away, 113 yards to be exact, there was a little 4x4, cool looking little bull. So of course I start putting the sneak on, get a little bit in front of him. He's walking parallel to me, and he takes off, he trots a little ways, and he stops, he goes back to feeding. So I catch up with him. I thought he took off and was gone, but I walked down the trail I was on a little ways, look over, and there he is feeding again. So I went after him. I got about 80 yards away, and I watched him for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and he was coming towards me, but suddenly he just lifted his head up, and I mean, he didn't smell nothing, he didn't do nothing, the wind was in my favor, and he just ran away. So he was gone. And then I walked down the road, or the trail there a little ways, and there's a line of trees going, and it was pretty thick. I thought, well, I'll go sneak down through there, see if there's any elk. Well, yeah, there was 2 bulls, 6x6 and a 5x6. I think it was the 2 I saw the day before, and they were right where I walked into the trees, so they jumped up and they took off. Alright. And then after they were gone, it was all in the same time period, within an hour of each other. I head down this trail, and there's a mama bear and 2 cubs. Tracks coming up the trail, which I saw that bear probably a month ago with her 2 cubs. They're tiny little things. I get down, I don't know, 100 yards away, and I hear something walking through the trees. I called my wife, I talked to her for a minute. I got service up there on the hill. I called a buddy, he got a buck yesterday, and talked to him a little bit, and I told him I hear something down below me, it's probably elk. I get off the phone, I walk down there, do a couple cow calls, and hear this bull comes out of the trees. Of course, I'm standing right in the open. He sees me, he turns, he walks away. I sneak down, I go around the hillside, get in front of him. And, well, he decided to go around the hillside and catch me too, so he was gone, of course. And so it started getting real hot. And I decided it's time to go, so I walked back to the truck. Here I am now, on my way home. But it's a pretty fun weekend. Opening weekend, usually isn't that much excitement. So, can't wait to get back there next weekend. We'll see you guys then. Well, here we are, back at it. in the woods. So for this time I shaved my face and my head because it was hot. And I just got through all the cows. And they're in the bottom. That was ridiculous, to say the least. There's a lot of them. Now I'm up here in the small trees. And we're working my way up towards all those bulls last weekend. I'm really hoping that they're still feeding along that hillside. Because I'll just go sit up there and wait. But anyway, yeah, I'll be back later. Well, my phone died when I was up in the mountains. And first thing right off the bat, I got up the hill from where my last video was and started hearing some elk bugle. And so I went in there and I started cow calling. I heard something behind me. I turned around. There's a nice bull standing there behind me staring at me about 10 feet away. So obviously he busted me and ran off. And then I heard something in front of me, so I turned back around while he was running away, and there's a bull, spike bull, run out in front of me. And so he's 40 yards away. I was like, all right, I'll take you, spike, whatever. I don't care. I'm after meat. And went to draw back after I ranged him, and he walked around the corner there, some trees. So I snuck over where he was at, and I heard some other bull bugle to my right, about maybe 70 yards away, and another bull fighting with a different bull over to my left, probably 100 yards away, and making a heck of a racket. Well, I was getting excited, cow calling, and I hear this bull walking up to my right, and he's dancing around probably, 15 yards away from me in the trees, walking back and forth, bugling and making a lot of noise. And I tried getting my phone out for a video of that, but it died. So I had a dead phone all morning. Well, I sneak after these elk, and these three bulls are fighting all over the place, back and forth all around me. And I get up on some of them, and I get a decent shot. But they walked around the corner, of course. Must have knew I was there somehow. And so I followed them, and I went up the hill, and I see a nice little 3-point standing there. I was like, oh well, it's 3-point, right on. And so I start sneaking over to stick him, and I see a 5-point walk out right next to him, and they're feeding, don't even know I'm there. So I'm sneaking, trying to get a good shot, and look over, and what looked like there was a spike standing there staring at me. And I thought, man, I'm busted. He's 20 yards away, just staring right at me. He probably saw me moving. And, well, I decided, all right, you're gonna die. So he turns to run up the hill, and I cow call, he stops. And I range him 27 yards, drew back, thwack, stuck him. He runs up the hill, and I cow call again. He only went about 20 feet before I cow called again, stopped him. And he stood there for a sec looking at me, and then he looked back forward and started doing the sway and fell over right there. And I'll show you guys that bull right now. Here he is. I'm about to strip him down, stick him in the boiler. He's a 5-point by Spike Unicorn. Crazy looking bull, man, crazy. Horns growing right out the center of his head. He's got a funny little nub here next to his eye, and I think that's where his horn was supposed to be, but maybe he got injured or something, not quite sure. And he's coming straight out the center of his head. Kind of crazy looking. But it was the second Saturday of the season, and I wasn't going to turn a bull down, so put the smack down to him, and then it was the hiking out. That is a lot of work, man, but totally worth it. Meat's at the butcher right now getting chopped up, so hopefully we'll get it back here pretty soon. I took the tenderloins and the back strap, and I staked out the back strap, so that's in the freezer right now. We ate some of that, and man, it was delicious. But I'm really happy with the way this season went. Just a lot of excitement, a lot of bulls. They were bugling, they were fighting. You know, it was fun. Took the first good shot I got, and I got him. So it's pretty cool. Just really happy with the way everything turned out. Till next year.